Hi guys, welcome back to the channel and the second part video of the CSL front bumper build for the E46 project. I wanted to ask you guys for a big favour. We need to get our watched hours up on our YouTube channel to get YouTube's algorithm to start promoting us and helping us grow and getting more and more people to see our videos and our channel. Already hit 1,000 subscribers. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed to the channel to make that happen. We're going to start trying to upload more often for you guys. We've got another project car to try and mix up the content a little bit as well. Don't worry about this one behind me. I can talk about this one. I'm actually going to make a video about this one, but it's not for modifications or anything. It's about buying and selling cars. But I'll do this in a different video. Please support the channel by watching the video all the way from the beginning to the end to bring up our watched hours to help the YouTube algorithm promote us. Hopefully now we're out of lockdown or coming out of lockdown this summer, we should be able to go to events, to we can do challenges, we can do drifting, we can do racing. If you're new to the channel, please click the subscribe button, the notification button and the like button, the thumbs up button. I hope you like this video and you love how the bumper looks at the end of this video. I'll see you again on the next video. So guys, John's already started sanding this down, getting it all lovely and smooth, and he's done a good job of it, but I'm just going to go around a bit more around the edges, put the smooth filler over the top of it. We can go over the top of these bits here. So there's a bit here what's lifting where the fiberglass hasn't stuck to the actual body. It's not a problem because we're so far away from the actual bit that we want it to fiberglass in. So I'm going to keep sanding that down until I know that it is stuck to the body, to the bumper, sorry. And if it's not, we'll just have to redo that bit again in resin and fiberglass. It's not an issue. When you're sanding, be careful, don't push it down too hard or anything, just do it nice and lightly, let the sander do the work for you, and obviously you want to keep the strength there, so don't go too mad with it because you'll end up making the fiberglass thin and it's more prone to cracking. Like, the whole point of it being there is to keep it strong so it doesn't crack. It's all lovely and smooth around here now. Much better than what it was. On here, you might have seen that I was tackling this area a bit more than anywhere else. This bit here, for some reason, the fiberglass wasn't sticking. You could push it down and it had a gap between, obviously, the hardened fiberglass and the body. And you can't have that, really. Anything that you do on top of that, it will just crack and pop. So what I've done with the sander, just get it on the edge and keep sanding the edge away on the edge so you're not touching the body. Let me get a better angle. So instead of having it flat like that and it's sanding that whole area, you're just doing it on that edge, because the rest of this is absolutely fine. That's all stuck down, and this is the corner part of the fog light surround, so we need to keep that nice and strong. So that's good. It's not, it's sticking down on that bit there, so you can see there's no movement, no sponginess. It's all solid. So all I've got to do now is put some more fiberglass filler in this bit here, just to strengthen this bit up around here, and then when we sand it, it will be all smoothed into the rest of it, so you won't even see that, you know. But yeah, job's got to be done properly. That is all pretty much done. It's ready for that to be done. This, I've just got to sand down here a little bit, because where I've put that new bit of fiberglass there, because we cut out, well, sanded down this bit of fiberglass earlier because of the bubble. It's made this bit thicker because obviously there was already resin here and we've lost this a little bit. So we want to keep it so it's like that. So what I'm going to do is just get a square block and sand here and try and get that line a bit more prominent looking. Right, so now that's all sanded with the electric sander. I went over it a little bit with just a bit of sandpaper by hand and feeling it as well, because where you can see there's some patches here where it looks like that there's filler, and there and here and stuff like that. And you can see here, so that's one piece, and then this piece here, layer underneath. You want to make sure that you have a smooth transition into that, otherwise you'll get bumps. You won't see them, but you just don't really know until you start painting it or primering it. So the best thing to do on this stage is to go over it with your hand and see if you can feel any areas where it's a bit sort of like this, and then you just go over it with your hand into the shape of the bumper, because obviously where the sander has a flat bottom, it can only really do flat, which is good for this bit here because we want that flat, but around these sort of curves and stuff like that, it can't really get in there that well, so you need to do it with your hands. I'm pretty happy with the way that feels, so I'm just going to go over it with some spirits to clean it off, and then spray it with its first coat of primer filler. Once you're giving the can a really good shake, you don't want to go too close to the panel. You literally just want to hold it a good, 5-6 inches away, and just go, in a nice side to side stroke like this, and just go over it and over it again in your repeated layers, and you'll get a nice smooth finish. As you can see, the primer filler does a nice job of making it sort of nice and smooth like clay, especially if you've used a coarse sandpaper to sand with, which is what I have done. You can see it's made the plastic on the bumper very rough. But once you spray this on and you do some wet sanding with 1,500, 2,000 sandpaper, you'll get a lovely smooth finish. Also, a good tip is these little sort of air bubbles, what you see here, they're a lot easier to see once you've sprayed a brighter colour onto the bumper itself, or onto a car panel that you're repairing. Another good tip is to use white primer, because white primer really shows up any imperfections, then you can sort it out. I don't think the primer filler is going to do much with these holes. I think they're a bit too big and deep, so I'm just going to give it a third coat all over, and then I'll mix up a bit more filler and put it in these ones, and then when I do the wet sand it will be completely perfect, and then do a coat of grey primer, and then it's ready, it's finished, it's ready to then be wrapped. So now we've been sanding and spraying, sanding and filling, sanding and spraying. This is the end result. Trying to keep this line here nice and straight and square and everything, and trying to keep it all symmetrical as well is going to be your most difficulty. So the depth here and the depth here needs to be similar, and everything else. And obviously with this, because you can see where we've kept spraying, so all of this, when you're doing filler work, it's really hard to see any imperfections because it's so busy. Like you can see it here, it's just very, very, very busy, and it's so hard for your eye to be able to focus on anything that could be an imperfection. So the reason why you can see so many different colours is because we've sprayed to see, because once it's all one colour you can see better where the imperfections are, and then you sand that area down, and when you've done, you spray again, sand it down again, spray again, until you're happy with it. And you keep doing it until you've got it absolutely as perfect as you can. Again, depending on the type of person you are, you could be like me, where everything has to be absolutely spot on. Or, it's your own car, you can just keep going until you're happy with it. So I'm pretty happy with it now, so we're gonna spray over it with primer to completely see how good our sanding work is. So go on, John, give it a spray. Don't drop it. Yeah. So this is the end result. So if you want to fast forward to the beginning of the video to see what it looked like before, this is the end result. Really, really pleased with it. You know, yeah, really happy with how the symmetry is. That's it. And then we're going to get a CSL front splitter as well to put on there to finish it off. So we're now going to let that dry, the primer dry, and then we'll fit it on the car tomorrow and let you guys see it. So yeah, we're going to say goodnight now, and then we'll see you in the morning. Now we've put the front bumper back on the car, really, really pleased with the outcome. It looks absolutely perfect, and it looks absolutely wicked. It makes the car look so good. Cannot wait to get the front arches back on. And we've just got to put on these sections here, what goes into the wider arch, and then we're going to put CSL front splitter on there as well, and that'll be job done on that. That looks absolutely amazing. Really, really pleased with that one. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that video of the DIY CSL front bumper build. Obviously, the way we've done it is to try and save money. Everyone's always trying to save money. It's good for budget builds, videos like this one. I will put a breakdown of all of the bits needed, how much they cost, where I bought them from and everything in the description below, so you can go and buy them yourself and do the exact same thing. As well, if you like the video, please like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps out our channel and our motivation as well. The bumper itself took a bit longer to actually finish. It's just the way of life, really. You know, it snowed between some of the days that we was doing it. We both work full time. You know, it's just one of them things. But hours wise, I would say if you worked at it solidly, you know, a weekend, you can get it done, no problem. Well, behind me, we've got this car, what we've purchased. We've got it covered up because I don't want to show you just yet what car it is. You're going to have to tune into a future video to see what this is and what we're going to be doing to it. The next video for the E46, we're going to be cutting out the front arches, refitting the Pandem kit and sorting out any body work, what needs to be doing. Like this video, please make sure that you like and subscribe and hit the notification button to see any future videos that we're going to be posting up. We're going to start trying our best to post up more and more regularly, and hopefully I'll see you at some meets in the future.